Hello and welcome to a Magic the Gathering unboxing of the new Dark Ascension set. This is a fat pack. Just got hold of this today. So the release on this was Friday. So inside this fat pack we have a player's guide, a card box, 9 booster packs, a 70 card basic land pack, 10 of those double face card check sheets. So apparently this is the last set that's going to have double face cards in it in this block. And the spin down counter, which is a special one for the set, so I have a little Dark Ascension symbol on it, and 2 deck boxes. So let's open this up and just see what sort of pulls we get on this one. Been pretty lucky the last few of these that I've opened. So there's our player's guide. I'll always have a quick look in here, see what there is. Just curious to see top 10 coolest cards, which is always good to see in here. So Sorin, Lord of Innistrad, Huntmaster of the Fells, Ravager of the Fells, that's a flip card. Increasing Devotion, Vorapede, Mycus the Unhallowed, Increasing Vengeance, Ravenous Demon, Archdemon of Greed, flip card, Secrets of the Dead, Loyal Catha, Unhallowed Catha, flip card, and Strangleroot Geist. Try and keep the glare down if I can. It's a lovely sunny day outside. Okay, so there's our card box. We've got a couple of deck boxes. Sorin on the front there. Okay. Zoom in on this a bit. So there's our contents. Let's get these open. Go open up the land, take a look at the artwork on this first of all. So I'll just quickly flick through this artwork on the land so you can see what that's like for the set. I always like to see how the artwork sort of reflects the theme of the set. So I just keep going through these till I start to see some sort of repeats going on. I think we're starting to get to that point. So basically there's 70 of these lands now. It's sort of varied over the course of fat packs in terms of how much land you get. So there we go, you can see definitely we're starting to get repeating artwork here. So anyway, that's the pack of the land. Got our spin down counter with the Dark Ascension logo on the top. Okay, so we now have our 9 packs of boosters and our standard how to play guide. So just flip through those quickly so you can see the different artwork on the boosters. That's it. And this is, there's only 2, I'm sure there's more than that. Okay, get these open. How lucky I get. So first up, starting off with our commons. Hunger of the Howl Pack, Black Cat, Shriekgeist, Burden of Guilt, Uvenwold Bear, Undying Evil, bit of a homage to Evil Dead there, Griptide, Elgord Inquisitor, Towergeist, Face Shield, that's our second uncommon there, Towergeist was the other one, Niblis of the Urn, our rare is Counterlash. So Counterlash is 4 and 2 blue, instant, counter target spell. You may cast a non-land card in your hand that shares a card type with that spell without paying its mana cost. Got a spirit token, obviously our marker card for a double-faced. Scorned Villager is our flip card, flipping to Moon-Scarred Werewolf. And we have a foil. I thought those uncommons went through rather quick. Ghoul Tree is our foil. It's a foil rare, 7 and a green. Creature, zombie, tree folk. Ghoul Tree costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Okay. Executioner's Hood, Bar the Door, Thought Scour, Russet Wolves, Hunger of the Howl Pack, Young Wolf, got an Evolving Wilds, useful fixing mana, Griptide, Rack with Madness. On commons, we've got another Towergeist, an Immerwolf. I think I pulled one of those at the pre-release. Strangleroot Geist. Curse of Bloodletting is our rare, 3 and 2 red. Enchantment or a curse. Enchant player. If a source would deal damage to enchanted player, it deals double that damage to that player instead. Got one of these sort of promo card type things, whatever you call them. Okay, so that's our card for our flip cards, and then the flip card is Soul Seizer. So that's 3 and 2 blue for a creature spirit, flying, it's 1/3. When Soul Seizer deals combat damage to a player, you may transform it. If you do, attach it to the target creature that player controls. So flip that. We've got Ghastly Haunting. Enchantment Aura, enchant creature, you control enchanted creature. Smart, okay. Looks like we have a foil. Break of Day, Gruesome Discovery, Screeching Scab, Nearhearth Stalker, Crushing Vines, Midnight Guard, Chant of the Skifsang, Highborn Ghoul, Diagraph Captain is our uncommon, Markov Warlord, Chiller Foreboding, Increasing Confusion is our rare, so it's X and a blue sorcery. Target creature puts the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. If Increasing Confusion was cast from a graveyard, that player puts twice that many cards into his or her graveyard instead, and it's got flashback cost of X and a blue, so we can flash this back from our graveyard, then exile it. We've got a zombie creature token, another one of those check cards. Loyal Cathar is a flip card. Flipping over to Unhallowed Cathar, so Loyal Cathar, 2 white, 2/2 vigilance. When Loyal Cathar dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control at the beginning of your next end step. Flip it, Unhallowed Cathar. It's a 2/1 and it can't block. And as we got a sneak peek at, here we have a foil Grim Flowering. That's uncommon there. 5 and a green. Draw a card for each creature card in your graveyard. First card is a Skillful Lunge, Haunted Hengraph, Favour of the Woods, Torch Fiend, Artful Dodge, Kissing Recluse, Fires of Undeath, Young Wolf, another Chant of Skifsang, Relentless Scabs is our uncommon, Blood Feud, Galvany Ironright. Now we have a mythic here, Moonveil Dragon, 3 and 3 red, creature dragon with flying, cost of red, each creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and it's a 5/5. Flip card is Chosen of Markov, so 2 and a black, tap and untap vampire you control, transform Chosen of Markov, that's a 2/2, and it transforms into a 4/4 Markov Servant. Okay. Grave Purge. Nephilia Sea Kite. Wild Hunger. Ray of Revelation. Another Griptide. Rack with Madness. Saving Grasp. Another Undying Evil. Avacyn's Collar. So our first uncommon. Lingering Souls. And Blood Feud. Requiem Angel is our rare. Has flying. It's 5 and a 1 white for a 5/5. Whenever another non-spirit creature you control dies, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. There's a vampire creature token. Oh, there's check cards. Looks like we're doing quite well on the foils here. Hinterland Hermit is our flip card. 1 and a red for a 2/1. Creature human werewolf. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Hinterland Hermit. Transform it into Hinterland Scourge. Creature werewolf 3/2. Hinterland Scourge must be blocked if able. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Hinterland Scourge. And we have a foil Gruesome Discovery. exclusive. Okay, so Screeching Scab, Nearheath Stalker, Crushing Vines, Erdwall Ripper, Sightless Ghoul, Fires of Undeath, Falconwrath Torturer, Dawn Treader Elk. First uncommon in this pack is A Harrowing Journey, Vengeful Vampire, Mystic Retrieval. Our rare is another Curse of Bloodletting. Oh. Scorned Villager. Our flip card, 1 and a green, 1/1. We can tap and add green to our mana pool. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Scorned Villager into Moonscarred Werewolf. It has Vigilance. You can tap and add 2 green to your mana pool. At the beginning of each upkeep, a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Moonscarred Werewolf, and that's a 2/2. Got a swamp, and I can see a foil lurking here for Loyal Cather, which is also flippable. And we had a look at that one. We had a non-foil version of one of those earlier. So it looks like we're turning up a lot of foils in this particular fat pack. Spiteful Shadows, Erdwall Ripper, another Black Cat, Break of Day, Hunger of the Howl pack, I think that's our third one, Chant of Skiffsang, that's the third one of those, Highborn Ghoul, Talons of Falconwrath, Gather the Townsfolk, Heckling Fiends is our first uncommon here. Got another Immerwolf, Strangleroot Geist. Okay, so our rare is Zombie Apocalypse. So this is a 3 and 3 black sorcery. Return all zombie creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and then destroy all humans. And we have a zombie creature token, a check card, and our flip card is Soul Caesar. So we saw this one earlier. This is our second Soul Caesar. Silverclaw Griffin, Shriekgeist, Hollow Henge Beast, Spiteful Shadows, Elgold Inquisitor, Kissing Recluse, Fires of Undeath, Young Wolf, several of those, Liblis of the Breath is our first uncommon in this pack, Curse of Exhaustion, Briarpack Alpha. Okay, so we have a mythic, Falconwrath Aristocrat, 2 black red creature vampire, 4/1 with flying and haste. We sack a creature, Falconwrath Aristocrat is indestructible this turn. If the sacrificed creature was a human, put a +1/+1 counter on Falconwrath Aristocrat. There's our mark card. Wolf Bitten Captive is our flippable. This is a rare, 1 green for a 1/1. 1 and a green. Wolf Bitten Captive gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Wolf Bitten Captive into Krallen Horde Killer, which is a 2/2. 3 and a green, gives us the ability to give it +4/+4 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn, and then this will flip back if at the beginning of each upkeep players cast 2 or more spells last turn. And as you can see here, we have another foil, Hollow Henge Beast. This is a very interesting fat pack. So this is our final booster. Wild Hunger, Skillful Lunge, another Haunted Fengraf, Favour of the Woods, Torch Fiend, Sightless Ghoul, Elven Walled Bear, Elgold Inquisitor, Niblis of the Mist. Okay, so we have a Diagraph Captain as our uncommon, Strangleroot Geist, got several of those now I think, Gavany Ironwright, Requiem Angel, so we had one of these earlier, so this is our second Requiem Angel, Spirit Token, Soul Seizer, this is our third Soul Seizer, uncommon, flippable, and then we have a Plains card. And that is all the boosters opened. So yeah, some very interesting pulls there. A lot of foils, which I don't know if I've ever had that many foils in a booster. Let's just check the statistics on this before. So this is 1 in 67. I don't know whether you can see that, but on the bottom there it actually tells you the odds for the so-called premium cards. Yeah, but an awful lot in there. Anyway, thanks for watching.